any successful Medusa counters. We saw Fnatic shut a Deuce down really hard in the off lane, but
I did see a very successful EMP Invoker, but
yeah, EMP and maybe anti-mage, but other than that, like outside of in the box, I haven't seen any.
all right, well, with that out of the way, let's run through our lineups. Fnatic here on the dire side in need of some wins in the Summit 2 Europe. They are... Oh, I don't have... Bring up my standings here, but we'll run through their lineup while they're loading. We've got Ace on your off-lane Batrider, as you mentioned. They just seem to go to this one every time. Arise on the solo mid-mag. For a few days, teams were banning out his mag. I'm not sure if they're less scared or if it's just Secret in particular that don't care. Crit will be handling that support Rubik that puts Rise onto the support Ancient Apparition and leaves Hani as the safe lane Slark. On the Radiant squad Secret, they suffered a setback in their first match of the day. Dropped their first game here in the Summit 2. Still 3-1 in good shape. But they want to put some more wins on the board today. It's a big day for them. Puppy, Doombrainer support. So it will be the greedy Doom jungle. Simba handling the Nyx assassin. That leaves S4 on the solo mid Ember. I think we haven't seen too much of him lately. It's kind of these like harried mid lanes. But it will be an interesting change of pace for Team Secret. KuroKy playing the Medusa, and that does leave Big Daddy No-Tail on the Witch Doctor with one of my favorite cosmetics. It's just a common, but I don't know, for some reason I like it. The wooden fetish mask.
I don't think I've ever seen S4 on Ember. In this patch, I think Puppy has picked him Death Prophet and Panda like almost every single game. But it was a very nice change.
Yeah, just to follow up on what I was mentioning earlier, Rise takes quite a bit of harassment here. Looking for maybe that skewer back to tower. He finds it to an S4. That Ember doesn't have great base armor. What a body block from Arise! This is going to be a solo kill mid lane. Almost close. One auto attack short. Oh my god. Arise Magnus. I mean, yeah, S4 lives, but Jesus, dude. Playing fire here.
S4 bought a TP scroll because he thought he was going to die. And then he sold it.
Yeah.
I
mean, that body block was incredible. Like, the skewer is one thing that almost got the kill. One more auto attack would have done it.
The thing is, S4 was looking to dodge it too, like trying to maneuver around him.
Nice mag. The reason why people have been banning this. So, well, how do you feel overall about the lane so far, aside from that skewer?
Well, Nyx is getting owned on top.
Level 1.
He's one creep. Batrider's, I mean, not doing as badly. Level 2. Adjective charges are plenty for Kuro, so don't think he's dying anytime soon. But I mean, all in all, it's developing about right. Slark 7 last hits. Juice actually not coming out too high. That's on 8.
He does have 10 stick charges now. Big Daddy also just picking up his own magic stick. That's going to help him a lot as Kane continues to fly in this offlane. Crit just laying into him with right clicks. Hasn't skilled anything yet. Gonna have a Fashion. Maybe. Yeah, they'll bring in Puppy to the bottom lane. He's found a Thunderclap with that new Swiftness Aura change. Get a little bit extra for his Hellbear Smasher.
Why does it have the icon on its center?
Where?
Of the Swiftness Aura? He eats a Furball and gets the bot up.
Oh, you mean like the little indicator?
Yeah.
Bottom? Yeah.
Whatevs. So now we see Ace pushed up to tower. I don't know if they can put any more pressure, especially with him getting pretty much a no-go out at this point.
Alright, so they look to catch up here. I say catch up, Kuro has had the safe lane farm, but he is 7 CS down on the enemy. Clark, for a player who, I mean, to be fair, we're holding him to a high standard, basically hasn't missed a CS in the laning stage very often. His Clink's got free farm earlier, and yeah, Clink's a bit easier to last hit on, but he's off to a slower start here. Top lane, do they look to jump? I'm not going to use the lift. Still a bit frustrated by that potential Carapace. They haven't actually seen a skill from Fly as he hasn't leveled anything up. Just waiting to see if he needs a Carapace or a stun.
Yeah, he is just not having an easy hit with him. Completely zoning him out.
Another skewer from Rise mid lane. S4 dropping very low. He's got the shield, but it's not enough. Almost going down again solo, but barely able to survive against this Arise Magnus.
Oh, there's going to be a brawl at the top lane.
On the son of Magnus, will he jump in? He doesn't have a Flame Guard for 14 seconds. Do they jump in? Oh, they will. They toss back Simba. They need some body blocks here. He has skilled Carapace, but it's not going to save him. Completely caught in at the choke point. First blood going the way of Fnatic. Nicely done, but unfortunate. The rune also, on Bounty Rune, picked up by the Magnus, so a double whammy there for Fnatic.
So what the heck is Fly going to do now? He is sitting at level 1.5.
That's what, 2 creeps?
Yeah,
Yeah, 2 creeps.
And Hani can just almost straight solo kill him at this point. Slark actually went max Dark Pack, no max Pounce, but I might solo kill him with that too. Boom wrapping around with a Satyr creep. I mean, this is a really low probability kill too. Oh, actually, his Firefly's down.
Oh, maybe it's not. He's in the tree line now, but the Doom worms his way through. And now Ace is trapped. He's got 15 seconds where he won't really have a great solution except just running. Now he's cornered and corralled, but they make up the trade here with the crit rotation. Big Daddy gonna tango them out, and he will tank some tower shots, but with the heal, he'll be healthy for now. They've been turning on crit. No, KuroKy not gonna engage.
So many magics
under attack.
Ready and Arise, not level 6 yet though. This does force out the Magnus rotation as well. That's a double rotation. They don't get anything in return. Pretty big win there for Secret.
Yeah, I didn't see his Firefly cooldown. Nice movement by Puppey. Well, Charlie. Simba Charlie. About to hit level 2.
Why is Charlie in his name? Oh yeah, he's sponsored by Charlie. I think he gave him like a Twix or something. That's what Charlie said. Ice fishing for that RP mid lane, but he will get chains. Doesn't end up going onto S4, and now top lane. The TP out attempted. The Dark Pack damage too much from Hani. Finding that kill with the Chilling Touch bonus.
I have a hard time seeing him finding his way back into this game at this.
And you can't go. Maybe they need to throw. Well, yeah, you can't go jungle. I mean, I don't know what you do.
Well, you don't really want to switch out your mid or your safe laner.
Get chains onto Arise. S4 does have Remnant. He's managed to pop his regen rune. Wonder if he even jumps in onto Arise again, as chains will cool down. He picks up his phase boots. S4, after narrowly dodging multiple deaths mid lane, he's leading in terms of CS by 6. He's now pulling ahead in terms of his item progression. With the phase boots online, he can jump in on Arise. Oh, he misses on the chains. Bit unlucky there. He's too close to the creep still. They look for this jump on crit bottom. They will. The cast to start, but no follow-up from Puppey just yet. Now it's Stone Gaze used by Kuro. Just for the slow, actually manages to turn him to stone. And
man, he was like not facing him at all. What the heck is the degree on that? The angles on that?
The angle is pretty wide, it seems. S4 gets skewered back in mid. Arise RPs, but the immediate cancel. And while that's happening, another death for our Nyx Assassin. Ani taking him down with just the support of an Ancient Apparition. Only level 4, but it's good enough.
Yeah, what a liability. Nyx is going to be... I mean, I think he has to be, like, just somewhat decently leveled to be able to go effectively against a Batrider, but Batrider's almost level 6. He's doing jungle stacks at this point. Poor old Nyx doesn't even have a level of mana burn.
In good news, their jungle Doom is doing well. Puppey's level 4.5. Picked up his Tranquil Boots. He's warding for the team. He is keeping his levels going now. Nearly hits 5 on, and he's going to head towards the top lane. They will rotate the I think this is the good play. Rotate your Ember into the woods, at least for a little bit. Give the Nyx some levels mid, because Ember can jungle. Doom can take the off lane. Probably the best solution to have.
Yeah, but they really want Ember to have a lot of farm too, especially with the lockdown coming in from Fnatic too. The Blink Dagger will come in at some point for a Rise. Blink Dagger maybe in like 3 or 4 minutes for Ace too. I mean, he needs items to compensate for it.
Daddy doing that next level pull. Getting the triple pull off of the small camp and the medium. Creeps will respawn. He's got his experience here. Level 5 already. He's even pulled ahead of Rising. Well, actually not of Rise, but ahead of Crit. Speaking of Rise, Hani level 6. This is the max Dark Pact in play for Hani. He's able to go jungle a bit earlier. It's an interesting skill, though. We really don't see it much from Slark, but I suppose it makes better use of the jungle as... Oh, Crit shouldn't be Stone Gaze now. He's literally 180 degrees turned against that.
Weird that Crit is the one trying to get experience in the off lane instead of, let's say, doing what Secret's doing, which support jungling and doing multiple pulls. Slark, let's say, who's much safer in the offlane being there. Let's see, Doom, only level 4, will smoke up with S4.
They're gonna smoke and rotate. They've got a level 4 Flame Guard online. Ace sitting behind Arise mid lane. Smoke not yet dispelled. Make their way up into the Dire jungle, but an Ice Blast is coming through bottom lane. Crit may look for the lift here. Not sure if they're going to go on this, and while that's having to trap his front mid lane, the skewer canceled by a Nyx Assassin stun, or at least counter-engaged on, I should say. The Impale now coming out onto a Rise. He'll end up falling. Secret spraying their trap mid, and they look for Ace as well. Puppey chasing forward. They'll find the kill. 2-for-1 exchange. 2-for-2, as they also lost the Medusa bottom lane during that time. The Ice Blast came through. Hani TP'd in, and it looks like it was a bit of a chase to bring him down, but eventually they do it. So
yeah, nice Ice Blast.
Nice turn there.
He was actually almost out of mana. I'm not exactly sure from what, but maybe pushing the wave and trying to get that tower.
Yeah, maybe. I've noticed this is something, I've only really seen KuroKy play much Medusa, but he tanks the towers a bit with Mana Shield on just to keep the creep wave alive, sometimes to keep the catapult up.
Oh, S4 looking for a kill, but he will actually
no RP. Yeah, there's no kill opportunity here, at least not yet. Artist coming in, he will walk right into Ace. Ace, once again, S4 with the bad luck chains. This time there were 2 creeps there, but he was in range of the Batrider, I believe.
I don't even know if that's still.
Yeah.
So Simba caught up quite nicely after that smoke. Almost level 6 off of that.
Base created for him. I mean, they needed that kind of opening. Now he can take the offlane. He'll have his Vendetta online. He can be a nuisance for... I mean, these supports are food for a Nyx if they get caught out. Crit will have to be very quick on his lift. The Ancient Apparition has no solution, aside from just tanking it up, which, hey, Rise does have a point booster. He's actually up to a pretty damn good start on that Ancient Apparition. Sitting at 0-0 and 4. 4 assists.
Rise gets doomed in mid after getting caught by Searing Chains.
And then he'll end up going down. Now the lasso onto S4. It's been stolen by Crit. Can they turn this one around the other way? He's thinking about it, but Big Daddy's there with the heal. Doing his best to keep S4 alive. It looks like that will counter the Doom damage. In fact, he's not really dropping at all. Nice. That's a nice way to attempt to deal with it. And S4 can go back in. He'll pop his bounty rune. He finds the chains. Insta-death ward. Confidence from Big Daddy. S4's Ember. Well deserved as he secures that kill. 2 heroes falling mid lane. Secret bouncing back now. They are... Wow, really bouncing back. That's a 2,000 and change, 2,500 gold swing over the past few minutes. Similar experience turn.
They're hitting Fnatic right before their blink daggers, right when you know Batrider will be jungling and Magnus will just be sitting and parked in the mid lane. Very good maneuvers from Secret, and they might get blink daggers. Wonder what gonna go for with this 2,100 gold. Standard, I think, is Yasha for Kuro to whatever he decides to need.
S4 picking up a haste turn, and he's going to go in on a Rise here. The chains will connect the skewer up to the high ground. This Ember mid is working out for Secret, though. I mean, the pressure's there, and it's less of a traditional tempo controller, but he's playing it like the Ember is.
Mid.
Looking for the gank on Rise. He'll jump in now, and he might find a double kill here. Simba in position. Not going just yet. They do see the Magnus rotation. Rise not falling. A sleight of fist insufficient to get this kill. Now they drag Simba back into the tower. Looks like Fly will end up dropping here. One more poke from that gigantic horn of Magnus. What a spear that is. Surging forward with the skewer. Won't find the secondary kill. Or I guess the third kill, I should say. On the... He'll be able to recoup that.
A lot of these fights have been without Hani, and we haven't really talked too much about him, but he already has a blink dagger. He has 3 kills to his name, most CS and most denies, so...
And he, like, gave up the top lane to the Ancient Apparition to go jungle. This is very efficient play from Hani, and a nice take on the Slark. Because normally we just see the pounce max, you're just given a lane, and you just sit in that lane until decide to gank, but he went to the woods, he gave his Ancient Apparition a quick level 6. He's now high impact. Also, Doom was stolen. May see it used very soon.
He could only solo kill 2 people, though. Witch Doctor and Nyx Assassin, I'd say. They can probably TP out in time. Witch Doctor has Strength Treads and Earn, so he has 950 HP with...
He has only taken a single point in the heal for now, though. Looks like he's leveling up stats, I believe. Yeah, he is. Taking a single point in stats. Curious to see if he continues to do that.
Radiant's top tower
and
is
smoke.
attack.
Hani and Crit. That Doom that was stolen earlier, about to wear off. Not going to have it in time, it looks like. They'll have to insta-jump somebody walking towards them. They're going in without it. I think they'll try to find Puppey mid lane, but while that's happening, Secret also making some moves of their own. S4, down to the bottom rune, finds an invis. He's about to walk right into Hani and Crit if he heads to the left. Will he do it? No, he TP's out top. They bring in Simba as well, and with the double invis, this is likely to be a death for Arise. He buys his Blink Dagger. If he blinks out instantly, he could survive. A half second too long, and he'll go down. The invis bros surround him. He gets impaled mid-skewer, brings Simba with him, then finds the 2-hero RP anyway. The game cooperating with Arise as S4 gets lasted back into the tower. Nice blast. Can I kill him off? How does he live through that?
That was...
Jesus.
That was Simba's fault. He didn't carapace during this. They got skewered back to tower. That was... Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he did cast it and Magnus like right-clicked it or shockwaved it off. I'm pretty sure it didn't get cast though on the initial volley.
He did use it eventually, but I think you might be right that he used it. Either way, whatever happened, he ends up going down. The Ember, and that's a costly death. It would have been better if the Nyx died, if anything. S4 after that powerful start is slowing down a bit. Good news is they've got Lady Medusa to back them up, and Kuro now has free reign over his jungle. Yasha picked up 1,300 gold in the bank. Fnatic have had a nice start, leading 8-6, and come back from a slight disadvantage at one point. Secret were ahead in terms of experience. But you look towards the late game, Fnatic have a good late game lineup, but they don't really seem to excel there quite the way that Secret.
So they have the AoE threat with RP and Apparition ult. Rise is definitely getting items too. Have his
combo. Yeah, they have big AoE. That's
he has 2 pieces of the scepter already.
Yeah, and they have definitely great late game team fight. Its only issue is they've got a 1-position Slark, who can carry it late, but does need quite a bit more.
He has some power on his side. Chilling touch.
It's definitely
so bad. But they do have to.
If he gets the Ags, then it's a real problem. Kuro spotted out now as an Observer was plopped on the other side of the tree line. They pull his Kuro. He couldn't Stonegate at the time, and now he's out of mana. Will end up falling there. Didn't turn off the mana shield. Wouldn't have mattered. S4 looks for a chains, but he did not get off the Sleight of Fist first. Do they still engage onto this? They're thinking about it. He's getting very aggressive. Charging in with a double damage rune. Secret want to fight. Fnatic want to back. Chains will be there. Finds Ace. Now the Big Daddy ultimate. He's just not afraid to lob out a death ward anytime he thinks he can find a single kill. Tani will leap in. A nice jaunt out by S4. He'll retreat to safety from the Fire Remnant, and Fnatic for now are without their Bat Rider. Is there a push in on the back of this?
They'll have RP on Mag. It's not a good idea. Especially with their Medusa that they cannot.
Rotate Kuro to the top lane. He's clear out a creep wave and continue farming. He's getting close to that Manta if he wants to complete it. Been left relatively unchecked after a slightly slower start in the laning stage, I think it's safe to say. He had the death. He was not CSing quite as well as Hani for the first few waves, but he's caught up now. 119 CS, and Secret to get aggressive in the dire jungle, looking for pickoffs. They're backing off perhaps right as Hani appears. They will get eyes on him. Clark is not an easy kill. He's used Dark Pact. This is the time to go. 1 second and counting. They'll change, but instantly Hani will. But just pop the ult.
Very nice, safe play from him too. I think some Slarks would just wait for the Shadow Dance, but he's like, I don't have vision of any of these guys. I have got the Shadow Dance.
Yeah, and now he's gonna go mid instead. Looks like Secret will go for a tier 1 top lane. Kuro gonna siege that as quickly as possible. Hani working on the tier 1 mid for Secret. Fnatic working against Secret here. They're gonna rotate in 3 for the backstab. Could have a big shakedown brewing in the mid lane. The Puppey in the front line. Has the Doom ready, but Arise already got off his RP, jumps on the S4, kills him off. A nice cast. A really good ultimate from Big Daddy. That will end Hani's life, and then back to the other side of the engagement where Puppey did manage to get off his Doom. It wasn't on the Mag, it was on the Ancient Apparition. They bring him down. A 2-for-1. Another death, though, as a dire courier ends up falling. Oh, just ran into the fight.
This is also a counter to Medusa, the stolen mana burn.
Oh, yeah. Level 1, though. That was a decent multiplier even at that level.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a big win for Secret. Yeah, sure, they got Slark and AA for one, but they lose their mid tower and they lose their Ember
Again.
I don't think it's worth trading mid T1 for top T1. Not with the position that you're in, Fnatic.
This is going to be big. Can Secret be allowed to farm this huge Ancient stack without contest? Can Fnatic find a way in? They have no RP. They have no lasso. I guess this is the perfect time for Kuro to take it. It's one thing to stack the Ancients, but knowing when you can safely farm them against a very aggressive Genki lineup, that's another matter.
Who's been stacking those?
Puppy was earlier.
Oh, nice.
On his roaming Doom. So. Yeah, good awareness from him as a support player. And there's not really something we've discussed much, but obviously one of the better carries to clear Ancient stacks. Used to be the main reason Gyro was picked, was just the ability to flash farm.
Yeah, clears it super fast. Looks like a Scotty. No.
Now they'll find the Nyx assassin finally. Boom. Down he goes. Hani at the same time, caught up by S4. Be forced to use that ultimate to heal up a bit. And S4 thinks about more pursuit, but Hani will leap away, blink away to safety, and retreat out. That does complete the Arise Force Staff. Here we go, Ben. Party time for the Mag.
Doom is actually caught up quite nicely to Midas into fairly good.
That is good timing for Puppy. Secret will make their way towards the top lane. Now backing out of the dire jungle will be a Lincoln Sphere for Hani. Pretty decent Lincoln. Just to make sure that that initial Doom can't happen. He's gonna have to blink, level death, then Doom.
Yeah. Okay for Ask, I suppose. Well, I mean, ideally you'd want to block Doom.
Yeah.
It's nice to get out of other stun. Rise closing in on Scepter, just one more piece after acquiring 50 more gold. And Fnatic has really good vision into it, though. They had this one ward that they used to kill Kuro with it. They haven't shut down the Ancient. Everything else, they have eyes.
They are confidently taking over the map as well. The aggressive Observer Ward's, I think, the biggest point to be made here. They do D-Ward, though. Big Daddy's going to clear out one, but that still leaves eyeballs in the mid lane, in the jungle, and the nice, freshly planted Observer Ward here near the Ancients. Can they kill Kuro while he's farming them, though? Is the question. That's
if they get it skewered downhill. Not, probably not. It's very risky there.
Make their move. Dire Courier now respawning. Didn't have anything on it when it went down. And they'll find crit mid lane. Goes in with the chains. The follow-up will be there with the Sleight of Fist. Now stealing Flame Guard, though. They'll have to do this the good old-fashioned way. The right click. The Rise RP is there. The follow-up comes in from Hani. Dark acting and leaping on through as the Death Ward's used to zone back the Slark. They'll only lose the Ember. Get the Robic, but again, it's a death for S4. Struggle is very real for him now. I think it was a 2-0 start, and now 3 deaths in well, not quick succession, but in succession.
It was a nice play from Secret because they knew if they approach head on, they'd just get lassoed into AA ultimate, into probably an RP. So they smoked behind, but they only find an unimportant hero like Rubik. Ideally, they don't want to find Magnus or Batrider, and on top of that, they don't even get any damage on the tower. But that's a Scotty for Kuro.
He is getting big. He's now your leader in net worth. Was behind the Slark for a while. And there's also a Doom backing this lineup up. So no matter what happens, if it goes late, you have solutions for a very farm 1 carry lineup. Nobody else on Fnatic can really make that transition. If Slark's dead, then they have no right click. They have no one hero that can bring down the enemy team. They rely on the RP. They trust in Arise, and also will find a pick off here in Big Daddy. Gets off the cast, still drops. Lasso initiation there to secure that one, and this Observer Ward, Ben, paying off. The warding has been really strong for Fnatic this game.
It has. And Doom has pack leaders aura too, so I mean Doom or Medusa usually does not hit that hard, especially with like a Yasha Ayaskadi build without that much, like no crit. Butterfly, not that much attack speed, but this is still pretty good. Hitting really hard for 20.
All of Fnatic starting to group up here. 3 heroes towards the bottom lane. They're bringing potentially Asa in to join them.
Is under attack.
Right as I say, they're grouping up. Yeah. So much for that. Kuro going mid instead. Well, for the tier 1, there is no glyph available. Drop pretty quickly. got enough damage to bring down the wave, and you go for that blink skewer play, try to pull him in.
The
I don't know.
death push begins.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Dun, dun, dun. Now Ace getting caught out. Doom's there. The chain's on 2. Great jump in from S4. The follow-up and fail. Secures that Ancient Roshan kill and looks for crit now. It's chase from S4. So aggressive, but he steals the remnant.
Top tower
Crit with a nice retreat out. Still, they lose 2. They may lose a tier 2 to boot.
I think they might.
They got a tier 1 top for Hani though.
Radiant's top tower is under
But this is what Secret always like to do with Kuro. They don't let him, or they don't make him farm after he gets a Scotty. It's like, boom, you get your Scotty. Okay, we go down mid, and then we come back, and then we see because she's massive tank. And this is where a lot of teams fall. They focus too many spells on Kuro, and everyone else just cleans them up, or they focus spells on everyone else and Kuro.
And they do get a great 2-hero RP from Rise. Skewering them back, there's a Stone Gaze ready. Kuro will now deploy it, and this could go great with the Witch Doctor ultimate. That bonus physical damage actually not really coming through. They didn't get too many Stone Gaze, but they still find 3 kills just from pure right click from the Big Daddy War nonetheless. Batrider dead for a long time here. Double buyback forced out from Fnatic just to hold the line. They need some big trades. They'll get decent ones. The Medusa falling. They look for more now on a Rise. Still on the hunt. Big Daddy. He juked them with a quick jaunt through the tree line. Can they chase further? Hani leaping in, unable to connect on the latch there with his old teammate. It doesn't matter. A Rise to save the day. That skewer secures the kill.
That was even with a somewhat botched AA ultimate that didn't hit the 2 that were RP'd. They actually get a better combo with that. That's really, really good.
middle tower is under attack.
Generally, you don't want to push versus Fnatic's lineup because of those 2 big ultimates, but I mean that's how Secret has been approaching a lot of the teams that worked out successfully.
Yeah, they definitely need something more. Like, even though that's an okay trade killing off the Medusa, they were forced to use buybacks of multiple heroes. Rubik not the most important, but the mag buyback kind of costly. If this goes late, Fnatic are going to need a farm mag to take it. A lot of control to prevent him from getting off a good RP without a BKB. He'll probably want the refresher at some stage, and they will get an Aegis, so they get that next objective. And with that, I think you just call it even, Ben. They lost the tier 2, they took damage on their tier 3, they got the Kuro kill, but they had to use 2 buybacks, and the Aegis kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, I would say it's very, very even. Now with the AA, with Scepter though, that's going to be pretty big considering that Witch Doctor heal has been a pretty big factor. And going around with a smoking, Ace might actually scout it out with the invis, and he will not.
And now Crit, the one who could be caught. This might well be a dieback from your Rubik. Unless he retreats the second, they'll drop a Remnant for retreat, and more heroes in danger here for Fnatic. In the tree line lurks the Rise, but they found him! Oh, what a great play by Fly to isolate the Magnus, prevent that easy RP counter initiate. Hani dropping low, but not finished off yet. Well, retreating to the tree line. Do they Doom? Do they get that Doom off? They don't! How did they not see him? A Rise TP's out with 4 heroes close, but nobody in range. So S4 jumps back the other way. He's furious about this escape, and he will at least get that pesky Rubik. But it ends up being a dieback for the Rubik. I mean, it's a support. It's not
that could have been way worse.
How did they not have eyes on him? I thought for sure they would have seen him. Didn't, I guess.
And Rise in a very sneaky position. He actually almost got scouted out by the courier.
Really?
Yep. I think they were like trying to move it down just in case people didn't, or people were hiding.
What the hell is this thing?
No idea.
That is hideous.
Are they gonna go for a fight without crit? Possibly.
4. Grouping up now with the gang. Puppy, KuroKy.
Here's the AA ult. It's flying.
Tower is under attack.
The back colony on the KuroKy, but hey, that's something to help take down Medusa. Death Ward thrown, and they'll use the Stone Gaze momentarily. 1 down, 2 to fall, the perfect RP. 0 follow-up. Rise will drop as well. That's 4 heroes dead, counting the Aegis. And, well, Hani will try to retreat out, but he stands a little bit too long. Close to the enemy team. Chains was searching. S4 did not connect on that one. Didn't actually, I don't know if he had the chains cooldown actually. But
that was great counter initiated by Simba right there. Just blinking in, immediately carapessing him, and then Death Ward.
That's
Gaze.
That's 2 fights where he turns it. Like the bottom lane finding the mag. Without it, I think that could have gone south side. And now Hani caught out. Fnatic are crumbling under the onslaught. Secret looking to bounce back after that loss to Alliance earlier today. And teams, they're on the verge if not already in there. buybacks. Check for Fnatic real quickly.
Dire's middle
They got
tower
only one
has
on the
fallen.
Slark, and he's not using it. They're just going to sack a lane of Rex. That's a lot to give up when probably don't even have
Dire's
late game
middle barracks
at all
are
against
under
Secret.
attack.
They took down Medusa at 800 HP out of 1800.
Dire's middle
Dumping
barracks
AA
has
ultimate,
fallen.
Slark with 2 lives, an RP, and a lasso.
So much commitment.
Yeah, it really is. But
I mean, how much of this do you think is just Dusa being something that Fnatic can't deal with, and how much is they could have dealt with it, but they're just not executing it?
I think it's they just can't deal with it. Not at this point.
The teams need to start respecting Dusa more with hard counters. Like, should we have seen an Invoker pick?
I think so.
A more natural Necro Bolt carrier, I guess, could be okay. They
Yeah.
stole Mono Burn, but and for big out spell split shot.
It's
but
like part of the reason why Terrorblade looks so good too is just because people don't like shut him down early and just let him get the free farm, and sometimes they don't draft like enough lockdown or AoE deal with him, and it's somewhat of a similar story with Medusa, at least for this game.
it's a
And-
cool combo too with the Witch Doctor ultimate.
Yeah, it is very cool combo with the Witch Doctor, and they play around it very, very well. That's also another thing. Secret actually makes Dusa look really, really good, since they're very well versed in how to protect Kuro. So I would say it's a little bit of like Secret playing extremely well, Fnatic just not respect.
Fnatic now on the back foot and back in their own woods. Also want to point out, not only did Secret take that fight, but they managed to get an Observer Ward down here earlier. Crit is, right as I say that, gonna realize it's there and D-Ward. Still, Secret one more good fight away from taking the game, and it's not just the Dusa. There's an Ember with a Battle Fury and a crit stick. Sure, it's only a Crystalist for now, but backup even if this Dusa somehow falls. And Ember also synergizes well with Stone Gaze if you can get off the extra proc. That's double damage on all of his physical. They'll go in now with an Impale to start on Rise. The chains from S4 secure that kill. They'll bring down the Ancient Apparition cleanly. Got off his ultimate, but that's it. And now look for Hani.
Dire's
Divas will
top
slow him a
tower
bit.
is
Can he
under
leap out
attack.
to the high ground? Just barely managing to escape. Now they lasso Puppy. Carapace was searching, and it will limit the damage.
Funny
Puppy
doesn't wanna
still
get
pulled
Doom.
back in. Crit stole Doom. Will be nice, perhaps, for this upcoming fight. Still, you've stolen Doom, but you haven't killed Dusa. You haven't killed Ember. We'll still take the tier 2.
Dire's top tower
It's the
has
little
fallen.
things that Fnatic have to hope for now.
Yeah, they actually need like even bigger AoE ultimates to disable the Witch Doctor and the Nyx Assassin, because those two heroes are highly problematic in the fights. And on top of that, if they use their ultimates on Dusa, they have no hard lockdown for Ember Spirit. So many problems popping up for Fnatic.
Good takedown for Hani, finding that Witch Doctor. Still an objective claimed overall for Secret, and no cores lost. Ember down. I mean, I guess you count Doom as a core, but he's going to find his farm regardless, and his item progression is a little bit less important to Secret. Daedalus is close. Kuro now picking up the Demon Edge. Daedalus now... Oh, actually, Demon... What am I talking about? Daedalus now complete. Jump in bottom lane on S4 perhaps, but they need some stunts here. I don't think Crit's... Oh, with the Stolen Doom, he is good enough. Yeah, forgot about that. There you go. Nice kill for Fnatic again. Crit trying desperately to keep his team in this game, and that ends a mega kill streak. That's a very big swing back in favor of Team Fnatic. 1,800 gold swing overall. Just from that one kill.
Dusa's items are coming in at an alarmingly fast pace. 24 minutes she had Scotty, and in 8 minutes she's farmed a Daedalus as well as an Ulti Orb and Manta Style recipe. Far more gold than Slark has come by.
And they won't have the Stolen Doom forever. I think they get one more usage out of it. They really... It seems they may need it just for the lockdown. Ember Spirit. Hani moving through the Radiant jungle. Getting aggressive with his Shadow Blade pickup. And he's going to walk right into Big Daddy. Jumps in instantly, pops the Dark Pack, and the ultimate, gets the initial kill, and now they look for more. They RP, only finding one, but it's good enough. Secret, the story last game was that they had a huge lead and kind of threw it away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They haven't fully thrown away their lead, and they do have, on paper, at least equally good late game, if not better, but they're starting to stack up the deaths.
Getting a little sloppy now. Secret has been taking the Ancients uncontested all game, so it stands to reason that they would think that it'd be okay this time. But Hani just picked up a Shadow Blade and scouted up
Radiant's
the hill.
middle
I think
tower is under attack.
one thing that teams can do better in the future is limiting that Ancient stacking coming out from Secret. But at the same time, you can't limit the Ancient stacks and the neutral and push out the T1's Kuro.
Burrow lassoed, but there was a counter initiating Remnant Chains, and Ace will end up going down. Good reactions there by S4 to bail out his friend, and over-aggression from Ace.
Was there even any backup?
What's that?
Was there even any backup for that? Like follow-up?
He was planning to pull him over the cliff and have his team join him from the bottom lane, but yeah, they weren't that close. Ryze caught out now. The chains will hit him. That's his downfall. Throws out a haunting Ice Blast, but it won't really accomplish anything. And now, meanwhile, Hani looking mid. No way in hell he can get this throw kill. He's going to try for it at least, but just look at the damage, dude.
Just steal her stats.
This ain't happening, Hani. He'll back off. He'll retreat. Chains didn't catch anyone.
I guess in theory it might be okay to have Slark 2 with Essence Shift, stealing
For stats.
intel.
Yeah, she normally builds stats,
But it's so
takes
minor.
too long. Like, Medusa hits too hard in the meantime. Look for a change. That caught too, but no follow-up. Range rec secured.
If you get 45 seconds of uptime on Medusa, it's a hard counter.
If you're allowed to right-click Medusa for 45 seconds, dude.
Mask of Madness, man.
Hey, Ben.
Mask of Madness Essence Shift.
Go to bed. You're drunk. Pause now from Fnatic. And we hit that 35-minute mark. Still a convincing lead here for Secret in terms of momentum, in terms of towers, in terms of gold, in terms of hard carry potential. But Fnatic have found a few nice pickoffs over the past couple minutes.
Still, not on Medusa.
They need a lot
Just
more.
a hero that matters. She gets a butterfly. I mean, good luck, Slark. Good luck, honey.
Yeah, and picking up a Shadowblade and a Blink Dagger means that inventory slots will be a bigger issue for him. Like, if he goes MKB now, he's pretty squishy. If he saves it for later, it may take too long. He's found a couple pickoffs with Shadowblade, but there's going to come very soon a time where Secret go for a second lane of Rax.
Ember Spirit almost his data list on top of that. And both of them getting augmented by Doom Aura, Pack Leader Aura. They're just hitting ridiculously hard right now.
Yeah, I saw Puppy pick this up very early, and I was wondering if he would keep it or go for more lockdown, but now it's really nice with
The
all
Aura's
the
like
physical
way
damage.
better than Centaur Aura. Well, even before Centaur got changed, I think it was a lot better than Centaur. I don't understand why a lot of people took it. I mean, yeah, you have the stun, but damage, man, it's all about the deeps.
And if you're running a core Doom, he can very easily solo most heroes. Oh, Rubik did steal Doom. Right. He's stolen it. Was that twice now? Maybe. I think
Twice, I think. I don't
Feels
really
like he has to steal Doom, use it well, and then he has got to steal another big spell just to have a chance of turning these fights, though.
I don't think Rubik has offered them that much this game, though.
They got the one big pick on the Ember bottom.
Yeah, but like if they had a Bane or something like that instead, it would have been pretty easy, I'd say, for them to have those sort of 5-man pickoffs. And Rubik doesn't have that much of an impact in team fights. I'm trying to think of like a better support for them,
I
but
think they picked it just to protect the Magnus, right? Because they picked Mag first phase. It was first phase, right? I think it was first. Maybe
Yeah.
it was third, fourth. But yeah, they picked the Mag and then they picked the Rubik. Perhaps worried that Secret would take it for themselves, but
I don't think that's that big of an issue.
Yeah.
He did a good job of zoning the Nyx out on top. That's one thing that he did do very, very well. But that's kind of hero independent, I'd say. But yeah, as opposed to someone like Witch Doctor who just drops his ultimate every time and kills a few people. You're damned if you don't, damned if you don't, because everyone's trying to run away with Stone Gaze. And then on top of that, they have the paralyzing cast, which is really good versus things like Dark Pact, people rushing in, trying to follow up after the RP, which I think is just much better, like longer disabled than telekinesis long cooldown.
bit of a prolonged pause here. Still waiting for KuroKy to reconnect. Guys, if you're just joining us, we've got 3 more games after this one on the day. The next one is going to be VP Polar versus BBC. That match was originally going to be our last of the day with an hour downtime or so, but it's been rescheduled to limit that downtime in between games. So VP Polar versus BBC. Following that, Alliance versus Cloud9, and our third and final secret team match of the day will cap it off. The Empire taking them on. 3 more games coming up after this one. Good games at that, and it'll be our last casting before we head off to Starladder. Secret? They had a great start, man, but dropping that game to Alliance, they need to start putting a couple more wins on the board to stay in the mix here with Tinker. And to be fair, they've played a lot of the hard teams early. We'll look at their upcoming games. They have BBC, Empire, Fnatic, who they're playing now, Compass, M5, Power Rangers. Actually, they've played, I think, all of like the quote-unquote hardest teams on paper. They beat Cloud9, they beat Navi, they beat Tinker. Empire hasn't looked that great lately.
Secret still has really difficult drafts to figure out if you're an opposing captain. 'Cause sometimes they led this game with a Witch Doctor plus Nyx, and you're just like, what on earth are they doing? But I guess more teams probably need to start respect banning the Medusa, just because it's just been a thorn in many teams' sides. You can't let him free farm, you can't really kill him effectively, and I mean, they even got 2 really good ganks on Kuro early game. His CS and gold is just out of control. Absolutely out of control.
All right. What do you got for me, Ben? Knock-knock jokes?
I don't have jokes.
Stripper stories?
I do not have any.
Anything?
Nothing
Have
exciting.
we used up all of your filler for the rest of your casting career?
Yes. Yes, sir, we have.
Looking forward to Kiev, man?
It's okay. Kiev is not my destination of choice.
They actually did want to move the LAN finals. They wanted to host them in, I think, in Milan, in Italy, but for some reason it didn't end up working out. But I know it's something Starlight have been looking to do, is just in general, just not to host the event at the same location every season. So,
yeah, it'd be cool
maybe
if
next
it
time.
were. There's like nothing exciting about that part of Kiev. It's just like, I mean, yeah, there's Starlighter, which is nice and great and fantastic, and then outside of that, it's blistering cold and
blistering cold.
and
It feels like an oxymoron, but yeah, it's true. It is very cold there. When we went, the worst was the first season that we went to, season 8. Oh my god, it was like, below 0 Fahrenheit, -10 maybe, with the wind chill factor.
it's chilly.
It was chilly.
Well, this game also showcases that us 4 can play Ember very well too, which is, I mean, sometimes you do worry about that if your mid can't actually play some of those heroes. I know.
Who are you talking to?
Like Mushi. Like Mushi can't play a lot
Talking
of
about the
mid.
temperature in Kiev,
Well,
and then you're like, this game.
Well, this he just reconnected.
Okay. No, it's fu- it's just funny because it sounded like you were responding to someone.
Oh no, I was just wondering about thinking about this game, and yeah, some teams have issues with their players not being able to play the super popular mids, having to shift to, let's say, like a Brewmaster or Death Prophet strat.
Yeah, his Ember play's been, the item selection is good. The overall tempo control was right. He hasn't missed any chains. Like, oh, he's missed a few, but none where it's like you should have hit that chains and you fucked up the game for your team.
And no huge silly mistakes. Like, he dies to RPs and or lassos into ancient apparitions instead of like not forgetting to have a spirit out and just dying to a Slark or something like that. Something really silly. So those are the glaring errors that you see from inexperienced Ember players, and he has risen up to the occasion.
And it just opens up the draft for Secret. And while they've mostly shown like just a few select strategies, you look at these players, all very experienced, pretty deep hero pools. Like, sure, Big Daddy's played 3 supports, but I mean, this is a guy who played a 4-position Meepo, a core Meepo at times for Fnatic, would occasionally fill in as a roaming Tiny just for kicks. They definitely have the deep hero pools, and the diversity. Whether or not they execute it consistently is another question, but I put them up there, I think, with Vici Gaming as a team that can pretty much run any strategy and at least have the potential to make it.
Yeah, and Puppy on the Doom too. Well, he plays junglers often, but I don't think I've actually ever seen him in the jungle Doom role, and he's been playing very well.
Daddy looking for the jump in mid? Oh, they jump in. Not much of a jumper. It's not on this hero. But nobody open. Get picked off, and Arise will get close to his refresh orb now. Got the recipes, got the Oblivion Staff. Needs that good old perseverance.
But Witch Doctor has a scepter. There's a lot of damage coming out from Secret, and still no bash.
Do you know the math on Death Ward? Like, how much does it do?
A lot. That's enough.
Except so much.
He's not even level 16, but it's still just good. And then you have to count that as amplified by Stone Gaze too. If people actually get Stone Gaze.
And on top of that, like, it's not just the Death Ward, it's the Ember critting, the forget about the right click from Medusa. I mean, got a data list, but not even the biggest issue. They'll go in, they'll kill off the Dire Courier. They had 875 gold. That was the Ring of Health picked up. That means no refresher for 3 minutes. This could be the nail in the coffin if Secret go right now. I don't know if they saw the Courier's inventory in time, but they should expect that it's got something.
Roshan's almost not. To be honest, I don't even think it matters. Like, maybe they can like skewer Medusa into the fountain, but they don't have the damage output to kill her. She has 2,000 HP and just ridiculous amounts of mana. So 2.5 damage per mana. She has 1,500 mana. So what? 3,750 on top of the 2091. So that's close to 6,000 HP.
There is a Roche fight. I guess we should talk about this. As Puppey jumps in, they'll drop the low ground death ward from Big Daddy, but have no eyeballs. Ace, sorry, not Ice. Not taking any damage. They did Doom Arise. Puppey, good counter initiation there to try and secure that Roshan. The Aegis goes away with the Medusa crit. Barely able to survive. They kill off S4, and then what? Do they have the follow-up to win this fight from here? Medusa at full HP. They even RP her, and still Kuro losing his mana shield with the Empower of Slark ripping into him, now turning to focus on Big Daddy. Kuro surviving for the time being, but it's just him that's left standing. Last man. Might go down with the ship for this. Skewered finished off Fnatic with a massive turn. Then they fight again against Kuro. They can't. They back off. Or maybe not. Hani says it's go time. Oh my goodness. They come right back. That's a 6.5k gold swing, a 7k experience swing, and they're not done yet. They pop the Aegis. Secret, don't throw away another game. But they might. Rise ends up dropping. Hani goes blow for blow here. Look at the stolen agility. 135, 138. They get the kill again. What's gone wrong for Secret?
Wow. Firstly, there was a stolen Doom that killed S4. Secondly, the Witch Doctor ultimate, as you said, was cast in the... They didn't have any vision. And there was like a Batright that was stone-gazed right next to it. So, no eyes on the Roche pit. It was a really awkward engage because you have a few blinkers that are fighting over here, and then you have Medusa who has to walk all the way around the pit to join the fight. And yes, that's due to Batright, but they could have just let one hero die and not actually have to chase.
Dude, this Slark is gonna like 4-shot Puppey. Maybe not quite. He's already trying to TP out. He barely escapes. The reactions on that TP, if he's like a quarter of a second slower, he just dies.
He needs a basher on Slark. Yeah, I mean, they're right in this game. I thought it was like, oh, GG from the Roshan, but they need... That's actually a lot of attack speed slow, too. A 45% attack speed, so you're pretty much reducing her damage by like a good 30%-ish, maybe? That's very significant. And on top of that, you're stealing some agility, so lowering some more attack speed there.
And this agility lasts for a while. That's 120 seconds, 2 minutes with that stolen agility. Like, it's not even at the halfway point yet for how long I'll have it for. Imagine if Hani gets one more item in Abyssal Blade. Maybe I've not given the Slark enough credit as a late game solution.
Well, yeah.
It's starting to feel that way.
Yeah, but at the same time, they were like really just everywhere in that fight, and generally they do best by having Kuro in front, sieging towers, waiting for them to go on Kuro, and then just counter-initiating with casks as people are walking in, and like blink Nick stun, blink Carapace, then a Doom to follow up. So, or even just as simple as Sleight of Fist chains on the Batrider that blinks in. So, ideally they need a BKB on Batrider that's coming in soon, so that they don't get counter-initiated. I think this was necessary like a long time ago, actually, for A. Surprised he hasn't picked it up yet.
In good news for Secret, Hani's stolen agility is worn off. He doesn't have it anymore. He's just at plus 15 total for himself. And Medusa will recover a bit from that one, but see if Secret can force the high ground here, Ben. They don't have their Aegis. I mean, to be fair, you look at that last fight, the Death Ward did absolutely nothing. It's a huge part of their potential damage output. The Doom wasn't used on the Slark, and he was able to just do whatever he wanted in the fight. They could have a better engagement this time. We didn't really see Secret fighting with their full strength.
Magnus has a refresher, though, so fair we haven't seen Fnatic's either.
Well, back off. Yeah, that's true. There's the refresher. There's still potential to steal the Doom again. Did they even try to steal a Stone Gaze or something along those lines?
He needs an Abyssal. Hani does.
He's got almost the gold for it, right? Yeah, 5,900.
Yeah, and on top of being...
What do you get rid of? Do you drop the gem, I guess?
Gem.
Give it to a teammate?
Yeah, give it to... Actually, I don't know who can carry the gem. Batrider. Batrider is a gem carry. He needs BKB, though. BKB.
This bat is criminally poor. Poor Steph, Blink, Tranquil Boots. These are the items you want to have at like 20 minutes. It's 42 win, dude.
But yeah, he on top of being able to secure the lockdown on Medusa during team fights, I mean maybe he can even just like drive by bash a Witch Doctor to stop his ultimate, and on top of that he can just kill anyone if they're alone. Even Medusa if she's out farming alone. So that's a really big deal. And Ember, I don't know if he can kill him in the Abyssal lockdown time, maybe, but it will still put a big enough threat on him that he can't push out by himself. So that will limit Secret's farm, and maybe they can, for once, limit Kuro's farm.
Yeah, Kuro is still on top of net worth, though only slightly, but his items are more of like your actual hard carry items. He's got a Shadow Blade, a Blink Dagger on Hani. Mobility that he certainly needs, but which won't on its own allow him to go blow for blow with anyone. BKB, geez. Man, secure.
Simba tried to blink up here. I think he blinked over here, and then they tried to force staff him up, and he force staffed over here.
The Fnatic looking for a little maneuver bottom lane, but Secret backing off. They got their Observer Ward down. This cliff, I think teams are starting to realize how important it is. We've seen a few teams lose Roach fights because they didn't realize that cliff was warded, and in general, it seems like there's more emphasis lately for supports dewarding it, keeping observers up on it, and just general awareness. Like, got to be careful moving through that area.
The cliff is super high. You get tons of vision.
Radiant vision right now. You could see. I mean, pretty much everything near the Roche pit.
So what are Secret's going to do? They can try and wrap around for like a sneaky smoke through mid at some point, like if they expect them to defend bottom, and then go for like a Doom on Mag. That's probably their best bet, but Doom has, or Magnus actually has buyback right now.
They jump in with an RP mid on Horizon. Skewer Puppy back in. Waiting his crit. Lasso also used on S4 during this time, but crit gets impaled. He's only stolen level death, didn't get the Doom. Horizon will fall, crit. Next on the list is Kuro, charges forward. That's 3 heroes down, a buyback for the Magnus required. He's got a secondary RP, he's already used that refresher. Wow. Secret may push in anyway, and the Doom actually ends up ticking down to, I believe, the Ice Blast.
So they didn't account for Doom having BKB, and they didn't use enough disables on him to prevent him from popping his BKB. Crit was playing very... all he did was want the Doom. He didn't cast telekinesis on him. Fade bolted it early enough.
Basher is up for the Slark. He'd love to complete an Abyssal Blade, but he's got to get to the shop to do it. Currently hitting pretty damn hard. And he'll jump in. Initiating doesn't get the bash though. Needed that first hit bash to secure kill on the Ember, and the luck's not with him. So to be fair, you shouldn't really be building your game plan around the first hit bash. And he will leap out, but already the Rex are down. That's 2 lanes of Rex for Secret, closing in on a 4th victory here in the Summit too.
Where's the gem? They have
there's one on Rise.
They have like one right in their base. Oh, Hani.
Fine, he should find it soon. He wants that Abyssal Blade, dude. Oh no, Hani just bought his Abyssal, won't have buyback. That's PG if he dies. But he might not. Toss the ultimate, and then the RP. Perhaps this will end up working out for Mr. Hani, dude. If this ends up working, I just don't know anymore. Batrider will fall. Alright, they did force out the RP though. That's 90 seconds with no RPs. That might just cost them the game anyway.
Yeah, he didn't have the gem, and then he got nailed by the Nick. Didn't see.
Not the best steal here for crit. He's gone for the... Well, he's gotten the chain steal. Probably not what he's going for. That's a tough situation. I mean, what do you can't get to the Radiant Secret Shop. That's way too far away. You can't send the courier.
You save for buyback.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower.
Can they win a fight without the Abyssal, though?
Can they win without RP?
Yeah. Many questions here and few solutions for Fnatic. Siege continues, though. The Wrecking Crew is in the front lines. That's Kuro. Blink Skewer from Arise was way short, and he gets 3-shotted by the Medusa. Oh, that's gotta be it. No RPs, 100 seconds on the sideline for him. Hani's trying to duke it out, though.
He's doing a lot of damage.
30 agility, but that's another lane of Brax down. Melee exposed. Working on the range. Hani getting slowed down a bit. Remember, I think he might be short of buyback here. Even after that, gonna actually just has it. But he's zoned out. Kuro's still at full HP. Completely flied through this. And that's Mega Creep. Blast. So Kuro, they've got to like wipe Secret once, maybe catch some here's buying back and kill him off again, and it's not looking like it's going to happen. Crit will fall next. Ace retreating out. Hani doing whatever he can on the sidelines, which at this point is not that much. Still not able to get a kill.
People are getting closer and closer to beating the Medusa strat. See,
Yeah, whether it's the
Dire's
Slark
middle
picks,
tower is under attack.
we've seen just more emphasis on trying to shut her down. I don't know if this is the right solution, but teams are thinking about it more, I think, is the main thing.
well, and they're also appropriately gauging tankiness, or more appropriately. We saw that one fight bottom where they were just nowhere close to killing her, but they realized that she's like, wow, she has, it says 2,000, but it should be 6,000.
Yeah. With the damage mitigation you get from spell, or mana shield.
Yeah, so now they should know, hey, we should probably get mana drain or have some continuous disable. Again, that's another reason why I think Invoker's really good, because of the continuous disable. You have Tornado, you have Cold Snap, you have
Deafening
Deafening Blast.
Yeah.
That's like 10 seconds of disable, and Medusas rarely build BKB because they just sit there and tank, and you don't care about having BKB because people don't have enough stuns to kill you from 100% or even 100% to 50.
And I also think it's worth reiterating, it's one thing to have mana burn, but it's another thing to have EMP level mana burn very early in the game, like at 10 minutes. That's most of Deuce's mana pool. Like if you had EMP right now, curse it at 1700 mana. It's not really a great solution anymore, but you can shut it down early, so it'll be Defense of the Ancient. I mean, I'm not really sure why they're not GG. Hang on for now, they'll draw back the creeps, they'll look for the pickoff for Honey. Secret finally will show mercy and come in and try and win this game. But before they do that, KuroKy gets the kill on the mag. Now we'll focus on the throne, and it's all over. Fnatic, another loss on the Summit 2. Again, a decent showing from them, just not good enough.
Yeah, still Secret looks vulnerable after this game and last, I'd say. And if you're going in, you're not like scared shitless as a team that has to face them. You're like, oh, you know, people can beat them.
Yeah, between this and also SO1, where they got man